Hi everybody, this is Joy Bitch Jet, and this is my channel, the Joy Bitch Jet channel. And today is April 20th. It's Thursday. I want to say hi to my sister Judy. My sister Judy, I finally contacted her yesterday, and I omitted her from my shout out at my sister's. So my sister Judy in Texas here. I miss you. You have been like my favorite. I am Sinfully Joy to her. Sin was my work name. Joy is my name. So she's called me Sinfully Joy. So I'm Sinfully Joy. Anyways, Judy, welcome to my show. I just told you about it. I hope you tune in. Today, I want to talk about Boeing. When I was a kid, I was always a head taller than all the boys in my class. But they were brave enough to always come up to me and start some kind of drama, to the point where there'd be fights. Unless there was 3 or more of them, they couldn't take me on. So, make a long story short, I sucked my way out of school, protected my family, me, my neighborhood. Anytime there was a problem, they just call on me. I show up. It was pretty much done and over with, one way or the other. Now, years later, I have 3 grandsons and a granddaughter in school, okay? One of them got taken away from us January 20th last year. Not because we were doing anything wrong, but because his biological sperm donor daddy lies about crap. And the principal of this Meadowbrook Elementary School didn't like us. She is anti-LGBT. Miss Terry McGuire. Evil. She needs to be removed from the elementary school. $80,000 a year salary. That's what the average principal gets in the Fort Worth School District. $80,000 a year. Think of the 2 or 3 or 4 teachers you can get on that salary. Even beginning teacher, even a substitute teacher, even a fill-in assistant to a teacher. And most of those are volunteers. 80,000. I don't think we need principals in schools. No. I think we just need a assistant principal. Maybe not that. Maybe we need one principal for 3 or 4 schools. Now, there you go. She could just rotate, just like everybody else these days. They don't sit still, so why bother keeping them? Anyways, my grandson, Michael, was thrown out of the school. He was thrown out of the school because he has issues. What issues does he have? Let me see. He has spells where he feels claustrophobic, anxiety, where he is just being bullied by girls who are strangling him, and then the principal corners him on film and yanks out his hair, and yet none of this ever happens because you don't know what she's really seeing. Michael, along with the rest of the family, are part of the new generation of straight, gender conformative, non-gender conformative, transgender, transsexual, bi. God knows. All I know is that with Michael, you definitely kind of like notice that he's a little bit different, gifted. He's a beautiful artist. He can do great art, and he's very knowledgeable. And he would have been an A-B student, but they don't allow the Bowies to not Bowie him. He has to be Bowie. And this kid is on the verge of a breakdown. He already been broken. He was broken when CPS came here on January 20th, 2016 and took the kids for no reason. They didn't even have an affidavit. They were in the process of getting an affidavit on lies that Trudy Terry McGuire put down, on lies that Emilio Salazar, the criminal DA, took in, on lies that Ashlyn Broomhall, the CPS worker, put in the reports. And it was lies. Matter of fact, there was so much lies, they had to go back and dig up dirt on me when I was a parent and I had young children. And it wasn't dirt. All it said was, one night I was beaten up by the police department for killing my daughter. In reality, my daughter is now 27 years old, living in Las Vegas, and she's as alive and as healthy now as she was back then. So, CPS posts this crap up, and the school is constantly aggravating. Today, not only did they aggravate on another family member, but they selected my granddaughter, Joy, to come out to the nurse's room and check her hair, see if she had any head lice. She didn't have any head lice. She had eggs. Why? Because nobody can get them out. Because every time you get them out, she gets another set. Why does she get another set of head lice? Because the girl next to her in school is scratching her head. But does that girl get pulled out of the classroom, take down to the nurse's office, and told she needs to be treated? No. It came across last year. There was an epidemic of head lice in that school. Did they remove the kids that had head lice? No. Where's the health department when you need a health department to come down there? They don't bother. Nobody is bothering. Why is it we're being singled out? With 2 months left in school, this woman, Terry McGuire, wants to get all of our kids out of her school one way or another. But she was at Woodway Elementary. I believe it was Woodway Elementary. It was an elementary school. It was a nice elementary school. And she must have pissed off somebody because she got demoted to this school. This is a nice school, okay? This school is awesome. This school is probably the top of the line in education, but it is the second school in the whole school district for being a bully. Well, of course, does that surprise you? When the principal is a bully? If the principal is a bully, why wouldn't you think the kids wouldn't be bullies, huh? Okay, so now you have it. All right. Now you decide where you want to go with this. Me? I believe in 2 things. 1, if you can't get justice one way, get it the other. Terry McGuire lied on the witness stand. The judge warned her. Why the judge didn't put perjury charges on her is because the judge is as corrupt as the assistant DA, Emilio Salazar, as much as the people that work with Emilio Salazar, the criminal assistant DA, has another boss over here, the CPS station. They're all in on it. It's dirt. It's a nationwide disease. And it's just not here. It's everywhere. And then you put the principal of 2 schools, D-Mac Ray, Mr. Miller, who admitted that one of his teachers was demanding a massage from my oldest grandkid. And then you go and you get the second oldest grandkid being thrown out of this school because Terry McGuire does not like us. She thinks she could shut us up. Bottom line, I have lawyers. I have private investigators. I have an organization of people that are coming down and making everything right. How? Well, we're filing in criminal court. We're filing in civil court, I should say. We're demanding that the train of thought. We're demanding that the attorney, the criminal attorney, the DA, the district attorney, file charges against Emilio Salazar, Ashlyn Broomhall, Mrs. McGuire, and Mrs. Bertmeyer, the assistant principal, for all of their connections to get our kids out of our home for 30 days, beat them up, destroy them, damage them, and then bring them back to us, and then we can't even got the insurance straight. A year later, we're still trying to get the insurance straight on the kids so the kids could see the doctors. Why? Because this is all part of CPS's game plan. CPS tries to label my Nico as being a little bit different. CPS labels the rest of the kids as needing a nicer home, a better home, more quality people. Now, they're being sold. If we didn't watch these kids, it wouldn't surprise me if one or two of these kids would have been shipped off to Russia or Europe. These kids in America are being sold to people in Europe and Russia. Why? Because that is the way our government is acting. Our government is corrupt. If you don't know it, look, you got Donald Trump in office. How did Donald Trump get in office if Hillary Clinton won the popular vote? Now that tells you how corrupt our government is. And the Republicans, well, when they don't get their way, they change the rules at the last minute so they can have less people to vote on something to get what they want. So why don't you think that corruption's here in good old Fort Worth, Texas? I'll tell you. I've seen the affidavits that finally came out. I've seen the legal paperwork. The family lawyer has got a stack of paperwork so high that I can't even show you. That as soon as everything's through, I'm getting it. And then I'm writing a book on it. The bottom line is corruption's everywhere, and you need to protect yourself. Because your school principal, your school assistant principal, your school counselors, the assistant criminal DA, the DA, the judges, they're all in on it. All they care about is what they get out of it. There was another judge in another state that went ahead and took kids out of a home. Why? Because somebody he knew wanted them. I think it was Washington State. And in Tennessee right now, there's another one where a trial judge is getting money from a state Supreme Court judge. And there's a law against that. But does that stop him from getting it? Corruption. Corruption. That's what Thursday Thursday was all about. Until next time, folks. Peace. I'm out of here. And I'm watching my back. Are you watching yours?